What's happening, man? It's another beautiful Monday here in the Philippines. Just hanging and swinging here out in my little BUDGET.CITY this morning. Great weekend. Fantastic. Outstanding. Yes, it is off the hook, man. Anyway, I don't do information channels. I'm more of a rock and roller, hanging type guy, but I have had, everybody wants to know, how did you do it? 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 So I'll give you kind of a rundown here of the budget. So budgets in the Philippines is the name of this. Economy or first class. So you can go either way you want. One budget is for me and my 3 kids here. So that's a family of 4, and it's it doubles up because they're teenagers and they like to eat out and stuff like that. So I'll give you a rundown real quick of some of the things, and this is not counting the emergencies. This is not counting the hospital stuff. First thing I will recommend with either budget, bring some extra cash as much as you can. I would have, I would say a minimum base of $10,000 for emergency, for medical emergency, for motorcycle emergency, for girlfriend emergency, whatever your situation may be, because you will run into them here just like you do anywhere in the world. So, okay, for a family of 5, here we go. Our budget is around $2,000 a month. Now, $2,000 a month is that's $600 a month rent is what we pay here. Actually $650 a month. So I'm kind of reading this yet, so I didn't make it that far in school, so I'll kind of give you an end here. Our power bill is $200 a month because we use an air conditioning, and I'm gonna tell you, you can or you can't. I've done both ways. I've lived up in the jungles where there's nothing. You can make it on an electric fan here if you're really wanting to come here. So no water bill here because we have a whale. $50 for the internet. That's 150 megabytes per second, which you never really get that. But for Philippines, internet's really rugged here, so that suits us just fine. For my truck, gas runs me around $150 a month because I use it a lot. And it's a yes, you've seen a turbo diesel. It's a great truck and good on gas, and of course I'm bulldogging the shit out of it all the time, so it costs me a little extra gas. Gas for the motorbikes, this is with the kids and all, we average around $50 a month. So that price right there, and food runs us $400 a month. Now that's going somewhere like Lee Plaza and buying your food, to prepare, and then we usually buy our meats and fish outside of that. So we average, like I say, $400 to $500 a month in food with a family of 4. So that right there comes out to around $1,500, $1,600 a month in the Philippines. Okay, that's no medicines, that's no eating out, that's not figuring in your registrations, which are once a year, so you can break that down to a few dollars a month. It's not that bad, especially on a motorcycle. That's not fixing flat tires or any unexpected thing that you may run into. You can take trips here, like I say, for us, our budget averaged between $2,000 and $2,500 a month. Now we take trips, it's like you can get on Cebu Pacific from Dumaguete and fly to Cebu, and it is roughly about $30 to $40 one way. Now that is a great price. You are there in 20 minutes. The other way, you can get on a boat, a Cirrus bus that gets on the boat. You can stay on the bus the whole time from Dumaguete to Cebu. Once you get to Cebu, you get off, you're in the middle of the city. You can either get a taxi or whatever. We usually just do a taxi from the airport over there. I like it, and it's not that expensive. I think it's like $10 to get to a hotel over there. I think our hotel averaged around $30 a night. You know, you can find some really nice ones. Ours was actually attached to a mall. So, you know, you can roughly figure your trips, you know, if you're with a girl or whatever, you know, with a family. For us, our trips average just about 300 bucks. You know, if we go for a trip. So, you know, those are kind of those big trips like that. They're every couple months. We take more trips local, you know, around our islands and stuff like that. Also, you have your phone. You know, your phone will average you, if it's just you, you're talking probably $10 a week. That's 500 pesos. You're looking at 40. I safely say $50. You know, that's for me and my kids. You know, so we're looking at roughly $200 a month for the phone. So that's where it kicks it up to $2,200 a month. So that's for a family of 5. You know, if you're shopping, you know, you're fine doing that. We do more cooking now than, you know, we do eating out. When we go out and eat, it'll average around $30 to $50, depending on where you go. If you go to a resort, you know, which we like to go hit resorts or whatever, like once a week, I think we spent $50 the other night, but usually you can get out around 30, 35, which is not bad. So you calculate that in, that's another $140 a month. So that's $23.50 a month. So our budget roughly is $2,500 to be safe. You know, like I say, that's not counting medical emergencies, which hopefully we don't have those, but you will encounter them here. Last thing you want to do is be here single and you ain't got no damn money to go to the damn doctor, and you better have some. You better have it at home. You know, do not wait until it happens and you go to an ATM machine and there's no money, because they will turn you away if you do not have cash money. Keep 50,000 pesos at your house. You can do a bank account. You know, that's up to you. You can get a safe. You know, they have super solid safes here, whatever. So, you know, there's your backup, you know, things like that. I have a small safe that I keep, you know, just, you know, $1,000 in, basically just for an emergency. You know, if anything ever happens to me, my son and daughter, you know, have access to that through, actually I have a friend in the US that, you know, I trust, and he knows the combination, you know, so forth and so on. Okay, so here you are if you're single, if you come here single. Okay, your rent in Dumaguete is going to average you, you know, it can go anywhere from I've heard it getting down to like $200 a month. In fact, I have a homeboy right now who is moving out the 6th of June. It is a 1-bedroom apartment. It is near Foundation University. It is $200 a month. Okay. Now you got to put out first and last. So dude, that's a really good deal. If any of you guys are really interested in it, I will post the video and let you know. I will go over there and film it, because the landlady, actually she has no renters coming up, because I told her I may want to find somebody who wants to stay. 200 bucks a month, that's not bad. So this budget here incorporates 400 a month, because the other place we had in Camella Homes, it was $420 a month. It's a 3-bedroom. It was hotter than hell upstairs. I do not recommend getting a 2nd-story place here, because you will burn up some power with the ACs, because it gets hotter than hell, because there is no insulation in the attics here, so you will burn up. You know, I don't even think you can buy it. I'm sure you could maybe find it in Manila or Cebu or something like that, but you know, they do a lot of metal trusses and it's wires everywhere, so it's not the same as it is in the US. So anyway, here's a rundown. Okay, for single, you could live on $10 a day on food. Okay, $300 a month. You're looking $500 if you're eating out. You know, if you be conservative or whatever, because you're probably gonna want to hit some bars or whatever. So it's best to eat before you go. You know, if you drink, you know, or party, the drinks are expensive. You know, they'll go off the hook. Yeah. Okay, long. Pause here. I got a package. Sorry, guys. Had a commercial sprayer come in for my home project. So anyway, getting back to be single. This is here in the city of Dumaguete. So, like I say, your rent could be around $400. Your power bill with no air conditioning is probably going to be about $75 to $100. You know, I ain't going to give you exactamundo number, because sometimes it will vary depending. You may get pissed off and say, hell with this, I'm turning on the AC. So that shit happens. Let's see, gas with your motor, just your motor, you probably run 50 a month. Phone, loading your phone here, you can load it, you're probably looking at the same thing, 50 to 75, because you're probably going to be texting a lot with friends, girls, whatever you're going to do. No extras. You're looking at 1,000 a month. Now, that's not talking anything extra. That's not talking meds. That's not talking emergency. Be careful if you get an accident. That's not talking eating out a lot. You can eat at these places. They're called eateries, and I mean, for a couple $100, I mean, you can eat with no problem. So like I say, your $1,000 budget there, you figure $10 a day, like I say, for food, that's $300 a month. So you're looking right at $1,000 that you can do. Now, but that's with nothing. Now, so if you meet a girl, especially a young girl, she's going to want to go out. She's going to go have fun, unless you meet a mountain girl. If you meet a province girl or whatever, they are not more geared to the city. So, not being a cheap bastard and nothing like that, but if that's kind of what you're looking for, really, really simplistic type relationship, yes, you can do it. I lived in the jungles of Mindanao, and my wife's parents' house, and I stayed up there for 3 months. We were showing movies up there for 5 pesos a pop, so we were making like 500 pesos a week. So we didn't have any rent, we didn't have any power bill to speak of, because it was solar power. We didn't have a water bill because you go to the river and you take a bath. So it can be done. I mean, you're looking at $40 to $50, and we didn't have a motor, so we didn't have gas, we didn't have registration and all that. So it may pay you to, depending on if you're going to be a more inner city type person. If you are, then basically you can hop on these multi-cabs. It's like 20 pesos, which is 50 cents. Scoot around town. The average price for a tricycle around town is 20 to 30 pesos. Do not get overcharged. Do not ask how much. You just hand them 20 or 30 pesos when you get out, and you won't have a problem. Okay, so saying that, if you meet the girl, your $1,000 budget will probably go up to around 1,500. And it depends. If she's, like I say, wants to party and drink and stuff, you could spend up to 2,000 a month, easy. So you don't want to blow your wad, basically. I mean, that's a lot. But yes, you can go out. If you meet a girl in the province, you can go out. I've seen people here, they're making it on $700-800 a month on their pension, and they're styling it, but still have that 10,000. If you can, please get the 10,000, because if you don't, you can get burned to the ground. So that kind of gives you an overview. If you have any questions, about extra things, like I say, your biggest thing here is your emergencies. If you really want to avoid an emergency, take public transportation, because then you don't have to worry about. And the biggest thing here is motorcycle wrecks. Don't go out and get drunk. Don't drink and drive here, because it ain't, like I said before, it's not if you have an accident, it is when, and it turns into a big thing. I mean, all of a sudden you feel like a foreigner. You feel like you're on another planet because you just did something really bad. So, be careful with that. Get your driver's license. These are all incorporated in that 10,000 when you get here. When you get here, even if you get an apartment, get your license and all that, you should have at least 1,500, 1,000 to 1,500 to get all of that. Because you're gonna have to jump through a few hoops if you're planning on staying here. You need to get your SIM for your phone registered. Now most of the places where you buy your SIM card, they will register it for you. So that's something. If you don't, in 30 days it's gone. So this gives you a basic rundown. So if you're single, like I say, you could live in the province for around, I would say, 850, you know, that's living in the jungle. That's, you know, taking some of your 10,000, building you a small bamboo house up there. You can do it. I've done it, you know, and you can live on love, pretty much. Been there, done that. Got the tattoo. So anyway, yeah, that's your rundown there. If you live in the city, like I say, around Dumb and Getty or something where you want things more convenient, especially if you have medical or something, you're talking around 1,500 to 2,000 a month. You know, and that's just the way things are shaping up here. You know, everything's going up. I went the other day and a beer now is 75 pesos. 75 pesos is $1.50 for a beer. I remember when it used to be less than 50 cents before, but everything since COVID has gone up. You can buy a 2-liter Coke for the same price, 75 cents. So, you know, that's what they're catering to, is, you know, what more foreigners are spending on and stuff like that. There are specialty stores here, Bellcrest, down on Silliman Boulevard. You can get steaks. You can get, I mean, these are Australian, you know, steaks, great meat. We get it, you know, once a month, you know, maybe twice a month. You know, we cook out. Those average, I think the last steaks we got 5 steaks, and it was about $25. So, you know, those are your little extras that you'll be throwing in there. So anyway, I hope this helps you guys out. You know, I wanted to do G-Man serious video here, just one for now, because everything else is hanging and swinging and rock and rolling and, you know, totally off the hook. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy it, and I will do some more rock and roll this afternoon. I am learning another song by AC/DC, Big Guns. Got most of it down, so I'll be throwing in some licks. Got some requests, man, for Guns N' Roses, Knocking on Heaven's Door, Blackstone Cherry. I am trying to work that up. Somebody said Fog Hat. We'll try and work that up as well. But anyway, let me know about that apartment if any of you are interested. It's $200 a month, and my friend is actually staying there now. He's getting ready to move out, and his power bill may be $30 a month, because the only thing he uses is an electric fan. So it's in a good location. So hit me up, man. You guys take it easy, because it's all right. If anybody knows, you know.